Hey guys, Nick here, and as you guys know, the final trailer for the new DC film Aquaman released online earlier today. I apologize for this video being like 8 hours late when it seems like no one really cares anymore. I just got off work, so unfortunately I couldn't watch the trailer earlier. But here I am anyway, and I've been really excited about this movie. I've been talking about this movie for like years now. For anyone who's listening to who listens to the DC Films podcast that I do here on the channel with some friends of mine, we've all expressed our hopes and kind of fears, at least on WB's end, for this movie. I'm still really excited for it. The last trailer I thought was really good. That could have been like a good final trailer, but I guess they have one more to go, and I've already seen a couple of shots from this trailer, so unfortunately those are a little spoiled. Other than that, I have nothing about this trailer. So without further ado, and I'm sure you guys are probably tired of hearing me talking already, here we go. While we watch this trailer, just give me 1 second, and here we go.
Legend has it that one day, a new king will come, who will use the power of the trident to put Atlantis back together again.
That's a really cool shot.
It's the exact spot that Volko gave me my first swimming lesson.
I already know how to swim.
Not even close.
Oh, cool.
You have to forget all the teaching of the surface world. Go deeper. Uncover your Atlantean instincts. He spent his entire life training. Training to be the best.
My parents made me what I am.
I've seen a lot more vocal so far.
I am the protector of the deep.
Cool.
In this trident resides the power of Atlantis. In their own hands,
Ocean Master!
Destruction. But in the hands of the true heir, it would unite above and below.
The time has come for Atlantis to rise again.
We must stop him.
And how do you propose we do that?
By retrieving this.
I already got one of those.
Not like this one, you don't. The war is coming to the surface whether you like it or not.
Cool. Manta, still
I always knew you were special. You believed you'd be the one to unite our two worlds.
Oh,
Atlantis has always had a king. Now we need something more.
I think it's more the score in this trailer.
But what could be greater than a king?
I imagine it's gonna be the same shot from the last trailer. Oh, that's cool. Like a little summer up here. Still looks like a great shot in the suit. Yeah, that's it. All right. I think that trailer, even though earlier before the trailer started, I said that I really was okay with the final, the previous trailer being the final trailer. I'm really glad we got to see this trailer because it showed more of Ocean Master and it showed a lot of Willem Dafoe as Volko, which I wasn't expecting at all. And it's weird seeing Willem Dafoe in a DC movie because I'm like, the whole reason why I'm even a superhero fan in the first place is because of my love for the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. And obviously Willem Dafoe played Green Goblin in it. So for me, like, that's like a bit of a like detective I have to do myself. So that's going to be a little weird at first. I mean, he still looks amazing. It's so cool seeing him training Arthur. That's the one question I had, especially going into Batman v Superman and in Justice League, is does Arthur, like, where did Arthur get his Quinn Dent from? How does he know of his Atlantean origins, like all that kind of stuff? And obviously this film is going to explain that, especially having Willem Dafoe as Volko, who, you know, he had scenes that were shot for Justice League. Obviously Justice League ended up being what it is. Thanks to fucking Joss and Warner Brothers, but that's a whole thing I've talked ad nauseum about, so you guys don't need to be hearing that again from me. But as far as the trailer goes, the action looks incredible. Patrick Wilson as Ocean Master, he wouldn't have been my first choice. I mean, I love him as an actor, don't get me wrong. But the way he looks Ocean Master, and in this trailer too, like, he just feels so, like, really feel the power of his performance. and it just looks amazing. And I really, honestly, I know, I mean, I'm not one to usually be with the popular opinions as far as movies go. Obviously, I'm a fan of the DCEU, and people love to hate in the DCEU, and I'm not one of those people, Justice League aside. That being said, I do think that DC, honestly, has the stronger villains compared to Marvel. I thought Zod was a way better villain than any of the MCU villains, including Thanos. Lex Luthor. Who else? Ares. I think Ares is one of the most underrated villains of the DCEU and of any superhero film recently. I think people would focus more on Wonder Woman as a whole film, not necessarily the villain. I thought David Lewis did an amazing job, and Patrick Wilson so far looks like he's gonna kill it as Orm and as Ocean Master. He looks amazing. Like James Wan, this trailer to me just really cemented to me that this is going to be an amazing film. Not that I didn't think that before, but just really brought that idea home for me. And I really, and the whole thing of like bringing home is like the whole idea of like the promotion for this campaign, or the promotional campaign for this movie. This the visuals alone, and like seeing all the different sea creatures and stuff, because Atlantis and the way that James Wan is directing this film, because the ocean is, and I mentioned this before, is still one of the one of the many aspects actually of the planet we still don't know everything about. There's still a lot that's scary to think about when it comes to the ocean, as far as like the creatures we still haven't seen, and it's the depths of the ocean that we haven't been able to explore. So that we can see, obviously this is fictional, but like seeing some of that kind of stuff explored in this film looks really, really interesting to me. And seeing more of Atlantis, seeing more of Atlanta, or Atlanta, yeah, is it Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta. I am interested to see how they handle Atlanta in this movie, outside of the action scenes and her and Arthur's early upbringing. I do think she's obviously she's not in the present day, so I don't think she makes it past Arthur's childhood. Someone ends up killing her, unless she's been hiding somewhere or something. But obviously Orm is king, so I assume that she's dead. I am curious to see how Nicole. I mean, I think Nicole Kidman looks great. I think her performance-wise, she's going to do really well. I just don't know like how her role is going to play out in the movie. I'm just really interested in seeing that. Tamora Morrison looks pretty good. I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot of him, and I mean, obviously he's not like a superhero or like, I mean, he's a comic book character, but there's nothing much to him other than being Aquaman's dad. And I think that James Wan will play out his role in Arthur's life pretty well. It already seems like obviously with this version of the Aquaman story, with Jason Momoa being a Polynesian actor, bringing that aspect of him, like that part of his heritage home with this character and this version of the character, I think that makes for, and I've mentioned this before, just brings more realisticness or more realism to this role than previous iterations of the comics and animation and live action. And I think it makes for an Aquaman for today's audience that more people can relate to. Because obviously, if you just have another blonde-haired, blue-eyed superhero, like, it's not going to stand the test of time, in my opinion. That's why having Jason Momoa, who is he's a really underrated actor. I mean, a lot of people like him just because he's a good-looking dude. I mean, I'm not going to disagree. But again, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of going off of a tangent here. But anyways, this trailer again really just, from the visuals to the seeing Ocean Master and even more Black Manta and just in Mira. God, the shot of Mira was amazing. Seeing more of Volko again, seeing more of Aquaman. I mean, I feel like this is, if anything, like this trailer didn't even feature as much of Aquaman as it did the other characters, and I think that obviously this film is going to be a lot more of an ensemble film. To me, it has kind of similar vibes to Man of Steel, and like the type of story that it's trying to tell as somewhat of an origin story for one of the biggest characters in all of comics. So, I think with that being said, that's going to be it for me for now. So, what did you guys think of the new trailer? What did you guys think about it? What were moments that stood out to you? What are you guys most excited about in seeing this movie now that we're about a month away? Actually, today, coincidentally, is exactly a month from the day I see it. I see it a couple days early. Well, really a day early, because my wife works for a hospital and they get like advanced screenings sometimes for movies. Aquaman happens to be one of them, so I will be seeing it on the 19th. Obviously, a lot of my friends are going to be using the Amazon Prime to see it on the 15th, because Amazon Prime was having a screening for it. So if any of you guys are Amazon Prime users and you haven't heard about this, use your Amazon Prime account to go see the movie on the 15th, because I think seeing a movie early like that, and I think that early screening is also going to proving to me that Warner Brothers has faith in this film, because they did something similar with Wonder Woman 2. I think a lot of people are going to like this movie. I think critics are going to like this movie. This might be like a Wonder Woman situation where like a lot of critics like it, a lot of fans like it. Maybe not the most like emotionally impactful and deep and layered movie as like a, in my opinion, like a Batman v Superman or a Man of Steel. I still think I'm really going to love this movie for different reasons. But I'm still really excited for it. So like I said, tell your thoughts in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And like I mentioned earlier, I do run a DC Films podcast called the DC Films Podcast here on this channel, where me and some friends of mine talk about everything going on in the DCEU. We actually, this wasn't like an official podcast episode, but we did just do a commentary for the anniversary of the release of the theatrical cut of Justice League, which was an experience to say the least. But that's up on the channel. You guys can check that out, as well as all 33, 34 of our episodes that we have. I've lost count at this point. So you guys can definitely check those out if you want. And you guys can check any of the other videos on my channel. You guys are fans of, obviously, reactions. I have a bunch of reactions to the Aquaman trailers, Shazam, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. So until next time, guys, have a good one.